What's up, y'all? It's Jesus, and today we have some interesting Marvel card news. And I want to talk a little bit about this Marvel Topps Chrome product. Shout out to Fausto. He's the first person I saw today talking about it. I think he has a video up, which I'll link in the description in case you guys want to go check it out. But apparently, Marvel Topps Chrome cards exist, and they were released today only in the UK. So let's see what this is all about. Now, in their Instagram account for Topps UK, we have some nice promotion. They did a pretty cool reel announcing the new product. And if you've been in tune with the hobby, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors on whether Upper Deck is losing the Marvel license and Fanatics is picking it up, at least for now. We know that Topps has a license agreement for the UK or outside of the US. And so this is some interesting news, and I want to cover a little bit about it. There's a series of posts. This is what the box looks like. And we have the packs here. These are available on their Topps UK website. And we even have a little picture here of a jumbo card that they're including in this set. You can see here the physical box and the packs there. Giant size X-Men. And there's a surprising amount of emphasis with anniversaries regarding Marvel. I think that's the most intriguing part. My assumptions of how Topps would manage the Marvel brand in producing cards was not to really focus on the current market and really design cards for current collectors because of their broad sports audience. But once we get into the checklist, you can see a glance of what a Topps Marvel set is going to look like. And a huge announcement for them is that Frank Miller will have autographs and sketches in this product. Here you can see the 1-of-1 Superfractor, and if you're aware of Marvel Platinum, basically the same foiling as the Golden Treasures. You see here sticker auto, and let's jump to the product page. So here is the product page. Again, the box, €185. Here are the details. So this is called the Marvel Chrome 2024, where we'll see the first ever Topps Chrome Marvel cards. So what does this consist of? 150 card base set, which features all the characters we all know from Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow. It is interesting they phrase it as first appearance cards, 14 different parallels, including a spiderweb refractor and Human Torch refractor, along with the iconic 1-of-1 Superfractor. So just as a collector, I like that they're doing Marvel specific design choices here with refractors connected to characters. It's not something I had in mind right away, but it's a nice touch. And they have inserts such as Spider-Man Gold, Marvel Icons, Daredevil 60th Anniversary, and Marvel 90s. So these are their inserts. Again, a lot of honoring the history of Marvel Comics. I think it's a positive sign for the hobby that Topps is going to think about the history of Marvel and even Marvel cards. And I'll say that because we've seen box topper cards in some of the Rittenhouse sets and possibly even some of the Upper Deck sets. We have a 50th anniversary of Marvel Giant Size Comics. And we have more case hit chases, including Wolverine 50th anniversary, Indestructible, Avengers Infinity, and Topps Patrimony. Celebrating the year a character made their Marvel Comics debut, giving them a Topps baseball design from the same year. This is pretty cool. Also, something that Upper Deck has been doing this year with the Marvel throwbacks. In this case, Hulk will be on a Topps 1962 design because it was his first appearance in 1962. So let's take a look at what the 1962 Topps design looks like. Here's the image from PSA. You can imagine there's going to be a Hulk image here. Again, using their history of baseball cards and then merging it with Marvel. Now, as I was mentioning, this reminds me of Flair Throwbacks, and I think released this year on Upper Deck EPAC. And here you have Marvel card characters in that 1989 Fleer design, which is a similar thing of what Topps is trying to do here, merging their sports history with their non-sports license. This Venom being one of the more popular ones in Todd McFarlane artwork, with the Fleer 1989 throwbacks design, even including the back design. So those are some similarities that I see between Upper Deck and Topps, both doing similar design choices for their sets. They also talk about character autographs and packs, including individual characters, dual autographs, and quad autograph cards, including Mask Off, which is a double-sided chrome card, where on one side you have the superhero, the reverse side, Secret Identity, Spider-Man, Peter Parker. So that's interesting. And we do have some images here previewing the set, so we'll take a look at those shortly. A big part of their news is to announce their deal with Frank Miller. He is going to do 30 sketch cards for the set, celebrating the 60th anniversary of Daredevil. To my knowledge, I don't believe there is a Frank Miller pack pulled auto for Upper Deck. I can't be wrong, and if anyone does know that, please correct me in the comments. This is pretty cool. I would view this as a similar thing we got with the Upper Deck Platinum, where we saw some of the Marvel Legend creators, such as Bill Sienkiewicz, return and do some sketches for that set too. So I really love that trend, tying in the comic book history with the Marvel cards and sprinkling in their sports legacy to appeal to all the audiences who might be interested in a Topps Marvel product. There will be creator autographs, Steve McNiven, Andy Kubert, Adam Kubert, which I believe they have signed for Upper Deck as well. And each box contains 72 cards with 4 numbered parallels. So here, finally, what a lot of collectors and investors have been waiting for. What do these cards look like? How will they be designed? What do we envision Topps doing with the Marvel license? And we get our first glimpse here. You have a Spider-Man, which I believe this is the Spider-Man refractor. You got your numbering system, 1 out of 399. And my first impressions of this is not amazing, but it is a nice image. Obviously, we won't know until the cards are produced and they're out in the wild. But it's also not lost on me that we received this news the same week where there's arguably the biggest set that Upper Deck has released, with Metal Avengers and their historic PMG coming back, the 1 of 1 gold PMG coming back to Marvel cards. So it is very interesting to see this set being announced in the same week. It's tough to compare the designs when everyone is going crazy for PMGs right now. But I do like to see the contrast in approach and how they will produce cards. Here we have Human Torch. Again, with the Human Torch specific refractor, numbered out of 39. And personally, as a Doctor Doom fan, Doctor Doom's in this set, which is awesome because there's a lot of Doctor Doom related content coming out. Obviously, MCU announcement, Robert Downey Jr. portraying Victor Von Doom. So it's a lot of hype for Doctor Doom. I'm not aware of this image, not particularly a fan of this image, but this parallel refractor seems a lot like the teal blaster exclusive from Platinum. Here we have a Sunfire. And here we have this Iron Man Heroes Return. This seems like a comic book cover on a card. So it's probably one of those inserts. And here we see a giant size Avengers card, which is probably the box topper or another giant size comic book insert. And now we have a Frank Miller sticker auto, one of one. And to me, this is the most interesting topic of seeing this preview. I can't help but to think of how the introductions of one of one superfractors with the same gold vinyl finish is going to impact any of the Marvel Platinum Golden Treasure sales that we've seen, which has been probably the highest selling insert this year for Marvel cards in general, even going back to some of the Marvel Allure Golden Treasures that hit high sales points this year and last year. I can't wait to see how collectors react to more sets produced in the future that look very similar to Platinum, and whether that makes the Marvel Platinum in general feel less special or keep the same attention and hype it has received. For me, Marvel Platinum was interesting in the Marvel card space because there wasn't many Chromium sets before that one. But in a future where there'll be most likely multiple Chromium sets, I wonder if that fanfare stays the same or loses its luster a little bit. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Here's an example of the character facsimile signatures, and this being the quad one of one with Captain America, Spider-Man, a Hulk, and a Thor. And we've seen Topps do this before with the 2023 Disney 100 Chrome set. And here is the 101 refractor with the Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and Pluto. I think this is a little bit divisive in the hobby, but personally, I think it's pretty fun. And I'm looking forward to see any other autos in the set. In our last image, we see a preview for is again a giant size Fantastic Four card, numbered out of 50. Probably a gold refractor from the image. Now, one of the things that I am looking forward to, especially as a Marvel card collector, is Topps themselves giving you access to a checklist and a pack odds list. This is something that is not normal in the Upper Deck Marvel ecosystem. And it's honestly some of the most frustrating parts of it, trying to find a checklist and trying to find numbers to have some sort of transparency of what the production run is for each set. I'll go briefly through the checklist, but I'll link this along with the pack odds PDF. So in case you want to give it a look, you can check out if your favorite characters in here or go over every detail. Quickly looking, we see the Spiderweb refractor, Human Torch refractor, Superfractors one of ones. Now, looking at this set, we have the big ones, Spider-Man. We have Thor, Cable, Cyclops. So you get a little bit of X-Men here. Jubilee, Miguel O'Hara, Mr. Fantastic, and the normal amount of big names you expect to see. Obviously, Doctor Doom is awesome being here, Venom being here. And on the second page, we have Galactus. So you do get some of that Marvel cosmic characters in here. America Chavez, Mr. Sinister, Shang-Chi, Thanos. Yeah, Mantis here, Spider-Ham, which is interesting. So some Spider-Verse characters making it to the list. Mystique, one of my favorites. Gore, Namor, Prowler, Kazar, Uatu, the Watcher, Wolverine being second most popular character in the hobby. Ghost Rider, wonder what version of Ghost Rider that would be. That's interesting. And you have other characters I'm not as familiar with, like Unus and Spy Master, Mimic. So a balance of big names and obscure names. My only criticism of this checklist would be we're missing some pretty big names here, such as Deadpool and Spider-Gwen slash Ghost Spider. Those are two very popular characters in the hobby, so not making the list of 150 characters seems a bit odd. And I'm going to quickly run through some of these inserts. You have a Marvel's 90s insert, Spider-Man Gold insert. Here we have the Marvel Giant Size 50th anniversary. So these are regular, I'm guessing regular size cards instead of the case topper jumbo size cards. Set of 10 of these. We have a Marvel Icon set with 10 characters, a Daredevil 60th anniversary set, Avengers Infinity with Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor. Now, interesting, there's no base version here, only the parallels, including the Black Wave out of 10, Red Refractor out of 5, and Super Fractor 1 of 1s. Interesting to have such a low numbered insert, and I guess technically probably a case hit of this stuff. Along with Topps Patrimony, again, this is the card that matches the Topps design for the character's first appearance year. We see 1962 for these five, 63 for Doctor Strange and Iron Man, 64 for Daredevil, 66 for Black Panther, and 1974 Topps for Wolverine. We have the mask off with the character and real identity on the backside for these characters. And I do love the attention to all the anniversaries, and some which I'm not truly aware of until now. One being the Wolverine 50th anniversary, where you get a card for each decade, basically, being only 5 cards in the insert set. This is going to be fun to see what each one looks like, and having 5 super fractors of Wolverine, it's going to be pretty interesting to see what that does in the open market. Here we have Indestructible insert set. Again, no base version, no other parallels. Thor's hammer, similar. And we have the facsimile character autographs. Now, these have a little bit more parallels here, but they only consist of 8 characters. So that's nice to see. The dual version of character autographs. You have 3 combinations: Captain America and Thor, Iron Man and Spider-Man, and Wolverine and Hulk. Again, first appearance of Wolverine, having that classic battle as a dual cut. Very interesting card. Here's the quad auto, which we saw in the preview. There's only going to be a Black Wave out of 10, a Red Refractor, and the Super Fractor 1-1, so very limited card. And now we have the comic book artist autograph cards. You can see the list here from Andy Kubert all the way to Frank Miller. The Marvel Giant Size 50th Anniversary Giant Size Chrome cards here. 10 issues in total. And ultimately we have the Frank Miller Daredevil 60th Anniversary sketch cards. Total number of only 30 sketches, so it's going to be pretty competitive to get one of these. And here are the pack odds page, something that is really helpful resource for collectors and investors, and something that the hobby is not really used to having with upper deck sets. Quickly here, you can see a super fractor for a base card being 1 out of 3,033 packs. Just nice to see some level of transparency and how much product is out there. And if you're spending any amount of money, it's just helpful information to have at the time of purchase. Now I won't go through the rest, but I will link this to the video in case you want to see the pack odds per insert set here. And that's it. That's the first look. Please let me know. Are you feeling excited about this? Are you skeptical about it? How does this make you feel about the future of Marvel cards? Are you picking up a box, appreciate all the love and support, and see y'all next time. Later.